I never told him how I felt, and one day I lost him forever. My name is Lily. I am 28 years old. This is my story. I never thought love could feel so quiet and so painful at the same time. I had a best friend. His name is Ryan. We met in college. From the first day, we were close. We laughed together, we studied together, we shared everything. People always asked, "Are you two dating?" We both smiled and said, "No, we are just friends." But deep inside, my heart felt something more. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to lose him, so I stayed quiet. Years passed. Our friendship became stronger. He knew my favorite food. He remembered my birthday. He called me when I was sad. Sometimes it felt like he cared about me more than anyone else, and that gave me hope. One day he said, "Lily, you are the most important person in my life." My heart stopped for a moment. I wanted to say, "You are everything to me," but I didn't. I just smiled and stayed silent. Maybe that was my biggest mistake. One evening, we were sitting together in a cafe. He looked happy. I asked, "What happened?" He smiled and said, "I met someone." My heart felt heavy. I tried to smile. "That's great," I said. But inside, something broke. Days passed, and he talked about her more and more. "She is kind. She understands me. I think I love her." Every word felt like a knife, but I stayed. I listened. I smiled because I was his best friend, and I didn't want to lose that. One night, I cried alone. I looked at my phone, his messages, our photos, and I asked myself, why didn't I tell him the truth? But it was too late. One day, he told me something that changed everything. "Lily," he said, "I'm getting married." I froze. I couldn't speak. He smiled and said, "I want you to be there. You are important to me." Important. That word hurt the most because I wanted to be more than that, but I wasn't. I went to his wedding. I wore a smile, but my heart was breaking. I watched him stand there, holding her hand. He looked happy. And in that moment, I realized something. Love is not always about being chosen. Sometimes, love is about letting go. After that day, I slowly started to move on. It was not easy. Some nights I still cried. Some days I still missed him. But I learned to love myself. I learned to accept the truth. He was my best friend, but he was never mine. And that's okay. Because not every love story is meant to last. Some stories are meant to teach us how to be strong. Dear friends, thank you for listening to my story. If you have ever loved someone in silence, you are not alone. Sometimes love hurts, but it also makes us stronger. If you liked this story, please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next story.